Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, November the 6th, 2024. Wednesday, November the 6th. Well, let's get straight to it. I want to get to the good stuff. The good stuff is, you know how Willow and Drew hit the floor, right? And I found out from today it's the kids' playroom. I thought there was a bunch of kids' toys that Drew was putting away, but I thought it was maybe, you know how in the huge mansions, you parents have a room, the kids' room is connecting, and then there's either a living room or playroom, like mini apartments, right? But I guess that was the kids' playroom, which makes it to me even worse, right? Any of the kids living in that house, even though Violet is gone, could have walked in there. Where was Amelia and Wiley? Because Willow wasn't home. Where were her kids? Anyway, so they get up and they look at each other. Oh, and then she gets the next scene when they show him he's getting dressed and she's tucking her shirt in, and he goes, I was just I was grieving. I just felt so bad about Sam. Um, we were, just torn up about it. We just got caught up. Drew just got caught up, and I'm like, oh my god, with his hand over his heart, like I'm so sincere. I wanted to punch him. And Willow says, yeah, we did get caught up, but let's be real. We've been fighting this attraction for months now. And she, of course, told him just like the kiss, right? This could never happen again. I love Michael. I love my family. Yeah, sure you do. And Drew even looked at her like, yeah, okay, sure. Do that the wrong way. Sure, this will never happen again, because whatever. And he goes, but I do thank you for coming up here and making sure I was okay and comforting me. So she goes, I'm going to go down the back stairs and back in the front door, just to make it like I'm just coming in. He goes, okay. So she goes rushing out of his room. Michael just gets in, and Brooklyn had just came out and was talking to him. He goes, have you seen Willow? I went down to the gatehouse and she's not there. I did get a text from her, saying she was sorry to hear about Sam, but I don't know where she's at. She goes, Willow? No, I haven't seen Willow lately. No. Right. So Michael is going to, I think, head out. And Willow, he's still in that family room. Willow comes through the front door, right? And Michael looks at her. He goes, where have you been? Oh, I was just I fell asleep. I think that's what she said. I fell asleep. Or either she said I was out. I don't know. I think she said I fell asleep. Possibly. I forget now. So anyway, because I've been calling you for hours and texting you. Oh, my phone was off. Yeah, I think she said she fell asleep on the couch. Even though, no, she didn't say she was on the couch, because he would have said, I was just at the gatehouse. I didn't see you. So anyway, um, now Drew comes in. There's Michael and Willow. See, Drew, he loves interjecting himself to make things more uncomfortable. Really, it's like he's laughing in Michael's face, behind Michael's back. Because when he saw Willow and Michael, there was no reason for him to go in living room. There was no reason. He should have turned and walked away. But he has to walk up from behind Michael. Oh, hey, hey, Willow, Michael. And Michael says, you know what? I heard about, I just, I heard about Sam. Want to apologize for the comment I made to you earlier. I did not know at the time. No, no need to apologize. Everything's okay. And Willow looks at him. Drew, I'm so sorry to hear about Sam. And she looks at him. And he goes, thank you, Willow. Thank you. And so little Scout comes in because remember, she came down and Brooklyn had taken her into the kitchen to get some cookies. Scout comes back. She goes, Daddy, I was looking for you, Daddy. Where were you? He goes, oh, Daddy was just out, honey. Daddy was just out. I just had something to do. So Michael is looking at Drew and he's looking at Willow because Willow's acting a little. You know how when you're trying to act like you don't want somebody to catch on, but your body language tells on you. And Michael's looking at Willow, looking at Drew. Because when he goes, Daddy just had something to do, he looks up at Willow. See, Drew wants Michael to know, especially now, because Drew wants a mother for Scout. So look, I'm gonna take Wiley's mother and Amanda and Amelia's mother and Michael's wife. That's what I'm gonna do, right? So he gives her, the touching father, well, not touching for Drew. Daddy's always here. Daddy's going to be here. I'm thinking he wasn't always there. And thank God she didn't check the kids' room, the playroom. She would have seen Daddy and she would have seen what Daddy was doing, right? So, um, he goes, come on, Scout, let's get you back up to bed. Can you read me a story, Daddy? And he's like, of course I can. And then Willow says, she looks at Willow, and can you come with Daddy too and read it to me? And I'm thinking, okay, that line was out of character because Willow has never been that close to Scout. Yeah, Scout knows her. Willow's she's Scout's cousins with Wiley and Amelia. But as far as Willow, Willow, can you do this or that? No, it would have been Brooklyn, right? So she looks at Michael, and Michael looks at her, and he goes, she goes, I'll be, it won't, I'll be back in a while. He goes, take your time. He goes, I've got some voicemails I need to reply to or hear anyway. So I'll just wait for you, right? So they go upstairs. He's looking at him like, oh, a little happy little family going upstairs. He pulls out his phone and he sees he's got a message from the nanny cam in the kids' room. And it said kids' room or kids' playroom, motion, kids' playroom. He clicks on it and he said, what the hell? Right? And he sees them kissing. But actually, Willow and Amelia hadn't asked for them to go read the book, Willow to come. Willow comes out that family room or the living room and says, what you looking at? He, you know, turns the screen off and says, oh, just checking my messages. Oh, and that's when little Scout asked if she could, read the book with Drew. And Michael's like, yeah, uh-huh, go on. Mm-hmm. So once she leaves, he finishes. And boy, did that cam record everything. Everything. And look, Willow's the one that took Drew's shirt off first. Okay. Willow was the one that kissed Drew first. And Michael's looking at it. And then when they come back to him in another scene, there's Willow and Drew on the floor. Michael, they're getting ready for Michael to go full blown Corinthos / Quartermain. And I can't wait. I hope they make him devious, and because he could be a Tasmanian. Look, you see how he had some Dex infiltrate Sonny's organization. Michael is calculating. He will lay back and set his trap. And Drew's gonna look up and be penniless, and Michael's gonna have done a hostile takeover on Aurora. You know? Because see, here's the thing. Drew's already made Curtis CEO. Even though Michael always ran Sam's hand half for Scout, I don't see. I see Michael staying there so he could start dismantling it. I see that. But Michael, I see that. Michael is more revengeful than soon as Willow gets home confronting her. I see him plotting a plan. I really do. We'll see. This is gonna be look, season sweeps is getting good. Cause now he sees her for the liar and the cheater that she truly is. Told him one kiss, that's all it was when he knew it was two. But he heard out of her mouth telling Drew, no, we both have been fighting this attraction for each other for months. Oh, yikes. That was phenomenal. Now that's how you tell that story. That's how you do it. I'm really happy with what's happening. Let me tell you who I'm not happy with. Holly. And if I had a policy of swearing on my recaps, I would say a swear word about Holly. But all I'm going to do is say she's a witch. That's all I'm going to. You get my drift. She goes to Robert. I need your help. And then she tells him about how she took his Sidwell's diamonds, and Robert is like, what? And he goes, but yeah, now he's here. And my room got ransacked, and oh, this, that, and the other. And Robert looks at her and he said, Holly, if this Sidwell is as dangerous as you say he is, give him his diamonds back. Holly had the nerve to say, they're mine now. He mined them illegally. Okay, so they're just as much mine. I have just as much a right to them as he felt he did. Oh my goodness. But do you know how many hundreds of thousands or / millions of dollars Sidwell spent mining those diamonds? It was an operation. How can Holly see this is why she cares about nobody but herself. So Robert said, Holly, where are the diamonds? And she says, Robert, plausible deniability. I'm trying to protect you from this. No, you're not. You just ran to him. Excuse me, hiccups now. Ran to him saying, I'm in trouble, Robert. I'm in trouble. And now she goes, no, I'm not going to tell you where they are. He goes, Holly, I want to know, where are those diamonds now? No, Robert, I'm not going to tell you. It's my turn to protect you. How is it her turn to protect him when she just ran to his office saying, I need your help, Robert? Well, Brennan, with Carly in his office, called Anna. She came over and he told her about no. Because Carly told him about Sasha. He told Anna that Sasha's been kidnapped by Sidwell. He's looking for something. And he says, Carly, Carly, tell her what he told you. He said to tell, you know, who did he say tell? Tell whoever she wanted to tell, just don't call the police, that he wants, no, to tell Holly he wants his diamonds back and he has her daughter. And Anna looks. He's like, she's got Sasha. He goes, yeah, she's got Sasha. So they're like, tell her, no, not Holly, tell her mother. And Carly said, that's the problem, Anna. Sasha's mother is dead. And Anna said, no, Sasha's mother is not dead. Sasha's mother is Holly Sutton. And Carly looks like, what? She goes, yeah. And Brenda says, so obviously Holly stole those diamonds. That's what she brought back on that plane. And Anna says, okay, let me go and see if I could, get to the bottom of this. So Anna goes to Robert's office and she tells him Sidwell is in town. And Robert says, oh, she knows he ransacked her room. He goes, because you have his diamonds. Oh, some diamonds are his. You stole them. And Holly's like, trying to. Anna says, here's the thing. Sidwell has both your daughter, both you two's daughter. Sidwell came and took Sasha from the Quartermains by gunpoint. And Holly looks, and Robert looks, see, oh, but those diamonds, I have just as much right to them than he has. Oh, okay. Every time Holly brings trouble when she comes to Port Charles. So now we have Curtis goes to see Alexis, which was a very nice thing, thinking she might need, a sponsor. Does she he offered to go to AA with her? And she said no, she was not going to drink. She goes, I'm going to honor my daughter. I am not going down that rabbit hole. Plus, she knows she's got grandchildren to look after now, right? Um, Olivia finally they decide they're going to show Olivia on the scene. She came to Sam's place and was hugging Dante and wanted him to come to the house. She goes, the kids are in bed, but come to the house, stay there with them. He says, no, right now I'm not good. I'm not gonna be good. I'm not even good for me right now. I can't, Mom. I need you to watch over Rocco, and Scout. Well, over Rocco, really, because Scout's dad is there. And so he goes, that's what I need you to do for me. And so she goes, okay, I'll do it. I will take care of it. So she went and got some clothes for the kids. Sunny is still there. But that's all they showed Olivia. She came down with the clothes and she said, but you come by. He goes, I'll be there tomorrow to see him. So then later, Sunny goes to Alexis's house. Curtis is gone. And he's just being there for Alexis, just listening to Alexis. And Alexis is like, I got to plan this funeral service. And I just don't know. I mean, I got to pick a picture of Sam. And he goes, Alexis, that can wait. No, it cannot wait. It cannot wait. Oh, she says, I've got to get it done. So he's just trying to calm her down. And she sits down and she's talking to him and she's just, you know, how could this be? And so he was just there for her. Sonny has really been a listening ear for his son, for Alexis. I mean, Sonny is more peacemaker than any or being there for people, stability, giving them some a strength, shoulder to lean on, right? Which is really, really good. It's good that he is doing that. Lucas is having a hard time, thinking, did he do something wrong? And Brad is looking in windows, just looking at him like, oh no, I love him so and he's suffering. And so he came up to Portia and said, have the autopsy report come in yet? And Portia says, no, it hasn't. I don't know, it sometimes it takes time. They're trying to do a thorough job. He goes, okay, I understand that. I understand that. Let's see what they say about that autopsy. Remember, we're going to see, because somehow I don't think the autopsy is going to have been done. I really don't. But pretty much that was it, everyone. Nothing else that I can think of happened. Now we have 98 comments on Comment Corner, so you all know I'm not even going to attempt to get all that done. But I will turn on my trusty dusty stopwatch, and I'm going to get about 6 or 7 of these comments in. I'm going to start from the bottom, not 6 or 7 minutes. I'm going to start from the bottom up, everyone. So from the whoever put their comment in first, right after, right after I put this recording in, the comments stack on top of each other. So now that's at the bottom. I'm starting from the bottom up. We have Chris. Chris says, Willow is a big cheater. You're right about that, Chris. And then we have Sandy says, poor Sam, can't even die in peace without Christina making it all about her. Michael better go home because his wife is busy comforting Dirty Drew. You're right. P. Merle says, my thoughts exactly. Christina, 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 shaking my head. I'm so glad Sasha read Willow. Me too. Willow should not have gone to see Drew alone. Two of the most selfish people I've ever met. And then to do it on the floor the same way he does her mom, I know. OMG, that's about to get interesting in Quartermain land. And then I am says Christina's sickening. Alexis is going through it and she has no compassion for her mom. And Shirley says to I guess so, or I think so. It looks like just an I. And then we have Joanne says it was a kidney transplant for Jake, but Patrick and Robin did not remove Jake's kidney. Jake was on life support when they made the decision. When Helena got him out of GH, somehow Jax had gotten a kidney, and the black market, no one knew. Okay, but still, what I'm saying is this: Jake was on life support. I remember Patrick and Robin doing the surgery, um, because Jake was not going to wake up. And Helena took him, right? Well, we know then they changed it years later that Helena took him, but at not one point did Jake's body ever come up missing. Because at that point they had killed Jake off of the show, right? This is not to their rewriting pin magic that they changed everything. And then we have J Girl says, I think Josh got the organ. Yeah. Um, that came from Jake. She had some kind of cancer. Yes, she kidney failure or something. Yeah, something. Uh, Jason asked Elizabeth, and I think she slapped the taste out of his mouth, but Lucky convinced her. I am says Joss Oregon came from Nell. That's why she came after Carly. J Girl says it was another illness she had. I remember No, it was the same. You're right, J Girl. That was kidney at that time years ago did come from Jake. 100% case. I mean, period. It did. But 4 years later, when they decided to bring Jake's character back, that's when they came up with this bogus Helena Cassadine thing, right? And then I am says, I think you're right because we don't know about Nell until years later. That's right. Jax bought Nell's kidney, which is why Nell hated Carly. Yep. And then I am says the original story when Jake we were told he was the donor. Carly asked Jason, and yeah, Liz slapped him. She had just lost her son, In fact, Patrick performed the surgery with another doctor. It was Patrick and, well, maybe Robin was taking the kidney and she was on the team to put it in Jocelyn. Maybe Jet Patrick could have done it with someone else. All I know is the day they did the transplant, they would show Patrick doing his thing and they would show Robin, you know, doing her surgeon thing. So, years later, because we're talking mega years later, I'm thinking they both, but I'm sure you're right. They probably kind of like they did Lulu and Sam. You have different teams doing different things. But yeah, they decided to make Neil the donor. And then we have P. Merle says, I'm still trying to figure out that storyline. Did Helena actually kill another kid so she could kid? You know what? See, they never dabbled that deep into it because see, that didn't make sense. Um, and who ran over the kid, Luke or Carly? No, Luke ran over the child. Neither one could ever drive worth a darn. And how could Jack get Nell's kidney illegally? Bought kidney, and he bought the kidney to GH. They just wanted to make that a sloppy tie-in. They didn't, because medically that couldn't have happened that way. I am says, does Willow think Michael forgave her? Sasha has been manipulated by everyone but Cody. Willow's issue is she's a cheater. Yes, that is it. Thank you so much, Daily Recap Lady. Sam helped Cody save Sasha's life. She got him committed. That's right. She sure did. She got him committed so that he could break Sasha out. Michael and Sasha were stronger together. I liked Michael and Sasha together. I really, really did. Lori says, oh, come on, Willow. What's wrong with her? She was just yelling at Sasha about how important her marriage was. And then Linda says, Willow's an idiot. And then trying to keep up says, can't wait till she finds out Drew was sleeping with her mother. And then Lynn one Reese says she's not worth it. Drew is a low down dog. I hope Michael leaves her. And then Georgetta says to Lynn one Reese says, Mikey's no prize, even before this. Michael is a much better prize than Willow, and I think Michael's a darn good prize as far as he's been faithful and loyal to Willow until he found out she kissed not just another man, his uncle that lives on the same property that they do, you know. Aisha says, really, Willow and Drew on the floor of the children's playroom nursery? I'm betting the door wasn't even locked. Nasty beyond belief. Willow laying the blame elsewhere, but with herself. um, is just following in the footsteps of her mama Nina and her sister Nell. Georgetta says no doors lock in the mansion, but no one walks in Sonny or Carly. And then Jim says Drew tore it up. Oh, did he? Right? And then Anita says, Willow has lost her mind. After telling Sasha and Michael to give her a second chance with her marriage, Willow still wants Drew. Gross. Daily Recap Lady. Drew looked at Willow like a pork chop. That was funny. Yeah, I remember when I said that. I hope Willow gets caught by someone. Oh, she did. By Michael. Boom. Nanny cam. Come on now. All right, everybody. That's it for the comments and comment corner. Thank you so much for goodness. You guys have been just telling the history. See the Jake thing. We're talking about it. And there's a whole lot more comments there in comment corner. I'll be back with another tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.